Welcome to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing FG at Work Untold Serialization Part 2. As we capture over 1,321 underreported, completed, ongoing infrastructural projects of this administration across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory legacy projects.
This is the game-changing untold truth story of the focused turning around of Nigeria's extreme infrastructure deficit by President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, a scenario that could hobble any transformational vision of any unfocused leader.
Yes, it is true that numbers have moved, but I think that Nigerians must be thankful that they have been spared the experience of what the opposition would have done if they had faced the combination of global oil price crash, a global pandemic. You don't want to imagine what it would have been when there were no problems of this size and they still did not perform. So you can imagine if they were the ones. They predicted a recession as they were going. So the recession we inherited was foretold by them. We inherited what they foretold after they mismanaged the economy. So our problems now are problems that are relatable on a global scale. High cost of living, high energy costs, high transport costs are global problems now. No economy is immune from it.
For anyone to suggest that there are no roads going on in any part of the country is betraying a lot of ignorance, and that goes to tell you that the person is not in touch with this country. He's not been around, hasn't gone around, and perhaps is not even following the news or getting the right information. You must be living outside Nigeria and not in touch with Nigeria and not being on our roads for you not to appreciate the unprecedented investments and projects that have been earmarked and completed by this government and those that are nearing completion.
As I said, infrastructure has helped. When I took office here, I remember that only 5 construction companies, only 5, had laid off about 20,000 workers in 2015, 2016. All of those workers are back to work. They've been kept at work because the infrastructure spend has increased.
Speaking to those specific roads, I can tell you that we have had roads in the northern part of this country that had not seen the light of the day in terms of giving it priority, and some of which had actually been going on, but because of poor funding had not reached any appreciable level until this government came into being. I can name many of them. Kano Maiduguri Road, the Eastern Bypass in Kaduna, the Western Bypass Road in Kano, going on for more than, some of them 15 years, some even more than 20 years. And until this innovative financing of road infrastructure came into being, for which I salute, the courage of the Honorable Minister for putting these bold measures into place to ensure that funding is made available for these very key projects. Of course, the Kano-Katsina Road is one of those that a lot had been done. In fact, a part of it has almost been completed. And most of these roads were before now one lane or were not dualized, but now they have become dual carriageways.
I am passionate about this documentary because wrong perception can become a reality in the mind of the ill-informed. Let's move on with Mr. President's season of completion and delivering of projects team.
So I've spoken about some of the roads that have been completed. They are being handed over by the ministers representing the president in their various states. One of the ministers who recently performed that was the Minister of Digital Communication. The road from Kaltungo to Cham or Numan in Gombe State. I've spoken about the Lafia Tunga Road. I've spoken about the road in Ekiti. and the others.
The federal government has commissioned a number of road projects under its second phase of project completion across the country, tagged the season of completion and delivery of projects. These projects are expected to create easy transportation, ease of doing business, and reduction in accident rates in the country. At the project completion and handover flag of ceremony of Fmwh Erimo Iwaraja Road at Ekiti State, President Muhammadu Buhari was represented by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo.
Our commitment to improving road transport infrastructure, our determination to improve the ease of doing business, create jobs and prosperity to lift people out of poverty, brings us here today because the results of our investments are manifest.
But today, we thank God that we have a very nice 7.3 meters wide road linking us to the outside world. The road was constructed for people to be able to move their goods safely to market and then to transport themselves to outside world.
In fact, this road, there was no road at all there was not even a pass road linking Fmwh to the expressway, as the local government chairman said. And looking at the topography of the state and this place, a lot of hills and valleys we have been challenges along this way. So the construction has taken a lot of challenges, but we thank God we're able to achieve them.
As a matter of fact, this road has been abandoned for a period of over 40 years. And we're happy today that we are commissioning this road.
We are handing over today the 22-kilometer road which links the three towns of Fmwh in Ekiti State and Erimo and Iwaraja in Osun State. By linking Ekiti and Osun State together, this road becomes a critical component of our national road network.
And we know that the people of this place, the people of this state are grateful, and they're more than grateful for what has been done so far.
Sẹ́rí ọ̀nà yìí, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba tó ṣe, irú ilé ìlà máa rí, a ní rí burúkú. Nígbà kan rí, ọ̀nà ò gbà bí mọ́. Ibi tá à ń gbà, ojoojúmọ́ làwọn mọ́tò wa ń bàjẹ́ tó ń yọnu, tá ń lọ lé mẹkáníìkì.
Àǹfààní tó mú bá ìlú Fmwh. Yours truly, làwa ń lọ sílé èrò Èkó, èrò Ìbàdàn, anywhere tí kálukú bá ń lọ, ọ̀nà yìí, ó wá promote, ó tẹ̀ tún beautify ìlú gan.
In fact, inú mi dùn gan gidi, inú mi sóògùn, fẹ́yìn fẹ́ inú mi dùn, ìjọba yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run kò ní bàjẹ́ fún wọn. Àgbẹ̀ ni mí, àwọn èèyàn mi wà níbí tó jẹ́ àgbẹ̀. Ọ̀nà yìí bó ṣe ṣe yìí, in fact, inú mi dùn gan, ó sóògùn.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn o nítorí pé wọ́n tiẹ̀ fi nǹkan fi ro ìlú wa tó jẹ́ nàbà wánù yìí. Mo sì ní ìgbàgbọ́ pé wọ́n á tún ṣèmí fún wa. Ní ìdí èyí, mo dúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ wọn.
On behalf of the federal government and President Muhammadu Buhari, I formally declare this Fmwh Erimo Iwaraja Road completed and open for public use.
At the commissioning and handover ceremony of Isoko Ring Road 2 covering Aviara, Uzere, in Oturu Uzere community, Isoko South local government area of Delta State, President Muhammadu Buhari was represented by the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Barrister Festus Keyamo SAN.
As you all can see, we are handing over today the 7.85 kilometer road which links Aviara, Uzere in Delta State. A very important road that connects agrarian and fishing communities to ease the movement of their farm products.
My principal message to you all is that this is the first of the second phase of projects completion and handovers our country will be witnessing as we progress further in this season of completion impacts which started in the last quarter of 2021.
This event is important because this project underscores the need for stronger collaboration between the federal governments and state governments in the delivery of development projects. At the peak of the rainy season last year, a bridge on the Ole Uzere Road, just as you come in here, collapsed due to the ravaging floods, thereby cutting off Uzere community. This ring road being commissioned today became the saving grace that provided access to the community while the state government worked assiduously to provide the palliative solution and also liaise with the federal authorities for a permanent solution to the bridge on this important federal road, linking several communities in Delta State and Bayelsa State.
The focus is to link the major arterial roads to refineries, ports, tertiary institutions, and high-volume commercial sectors, with a view to reducing travel times, vehicle maintenance, safety and security of commuters.
There has been enormous focus for roads and infrastructure investment in Delta State by the federal government of Nigeria via the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. The importance of this road project cannot be overemphasized when I say the majority of indigents can now conveniently move their goods and services with ease and also grow their economies.
This road where they do so, before they can do this road, Professor Coco, now the better person will do this road for me. If they say not him, we for not see road where we go to go Avia. How many people they don't do it, they not do them, but now only you do it for us. Now we come happy so. As they do the road so, we happy. We dey happy well. I said we don't see road. From here reach Avia, you not go reach 2 hours. We don't reach Avia, we don't come back. Before station you dey go Avia, you go waka from Ole reach Iri, from Iri reach Oyode before we go reach Avia. But this one now, God can't do am. That is bridge where they do so. If they say not to this road, if we not they come out for this farm.
On behalf of the federal government and President Muhammadu Buhari,
And to the glory of God Almighty,
I formally declare this Isoko Ring Road in Delta State completed and open for public use.
I commission this road to the use of Nigerians as a whole and the Isoko people in particular.
And as you can see, when other people call themselves Mr. Infrastructure, Road Masters, you have now seen the Grand Master and the Grandfather of Infrastructure and Road Construction. President Muhammad Buhari is the grandfather, so other people can call themselves Road Masters and Mr. Infrastructure. This president is the grandfather of infrastructure nationwide.
Essential social services such as education, healthcare, hospitality, community integration, neighborhood security, religious and private interactions are majorly assessed by roads. A quality road network is therefore the mainstay of any thriving economy. President Muhammadu Buhari's developmental agenda focus is to link the major roads to refineries, ports, tertiary institutions, and high-volume commercial centers with a view to reducing travel times, vehicle maintenance costs, safety and security of commuters, etc., which is important for faster economic growth and alleviation of poverty in Nigeria.
In the first set, we had Sokoto, Tambuwa, Jiga, Newe, Uduma, Budu, Vandekia. All of those roads have been opened up to traffic. Sections of Kano Maiduguri Road between Shuarin to Azare to Putisku.
So, Kano Kaduna, Kano Katsina, and these are, of course, all interstate roads. Kano Maiduguri linking about 5 states. Kano Gwarzo Dei going also all the way to Katsina State, and many more. We have the Abuja's Mina Highway also under construction. I can mention so many of them in the north.
The season of commissioning team arrived Nasarawa State to commission the Lafia Obi Awe Tunga Road in Nasarawa State. The 118-kilometer road links Lafia to Obi to Awe towns of Nasarawa State in the north-central region of Nigeria, with the Tunga extension linking Taraba State. Mr. President was represented by the Nasarawa State Director, Raw Material and Development, Dr. Zachary Musa Iladuga.
As you can see, we are handing over today the 118-kilometer linking 3 local government areas of Obi, Kiana, away to the Nasarawa State capital, a very important road that connects agrarian trading community to ease the movement of their farm products.
And as far as we are concerned in Nasarawa State, we are beneficiaries of all this, from numerous projects of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The water bridge has been completed. We are waiting to commission the road. On this road, we must thank the Minister for Works, Housing and Transport, members of the National Assembly, and all those that were involved in putting this road project in the budget.
As part of President Muhammadu Buhari's developmental agenda of addressing road infrastructural development across the length and breadth of Nigeria, the federal government has a policy direction focused on the completion of several ongoing projects to stimulate economic development, job creation, and promoting local content.
For development to happen in any given nation, the importance of a good road transportation network cannot be overemphasized. It is with the vision of opening up every state in the country, economically and globally, that the Presidency and the Ministry of Works and Housing have paid so much attention and investment towards the construction of good roads network in the nation. So it is in a way to attract investors and build a robust economy nationwide.
We also sincerely express our appreciation to Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari for completing this project. Those of us that have been using this road over the years before the commencement of this reconstruction, we know how bad the road was. For instance, a journey from Obi to Lafia used to take us more than 1.5 hours. But today, from Obi to Lafia is now a journey that takes less than 30 minutes. We sincerely appreciate this gesture.
On behalf of the federal government and President Muhammadu Buhari, I formally declare this Lafia Obi Awe Tunga Road in Nasarawa State completed and open for public use. For your safety and that of other users, I implore you to exceed 100 km per hour.
The second phase commissioning, third season of completion and delivery of project, Celebration Galore, moved over to Jigawa State, where the federal government commissioned the completed phase 2, Kirikasama to Unguru of the Adija Unguru Geshwa Road, linking Jigawa and Yobe State. The commissioning of the completed section took place in Binuwa town in Jigawa State. The Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, represented President Muhammadu Buhari at the event.
I can confidently say that as we enter the final lap of the tenure of the Buhari administration, we're also entering the season of completion and delivery of projects.
In the past instance, His Excellency asked me to thank Mr. President for the numerous projects he has executed, or his administration has executed in Jigawa State. We are very, very grateful for this project. In addition to this, we are all aware that there is Gaya Shuarin Road. There is also Shuarin Jama'are Road. There is also Shuarin Kona Huguma Road. And there is also Babamuching Babra and Kenya Baba Road. There is also Kapin Hausa Jafun Ajingi Road. And there is also Hadeja Gamain Kapin Hausa Road. These are all roads, federal roads that are being constructed by the federal government in Jigawa State. So what do we have to say to Mr. President in Jigawa State? We thank you, Mr. President, for this intervention, because this intervention has really improved the life of our people.
We all know the importance of roads to the economic and social contribution of every society and every community. We wish to commend Mr. President for standing firm to see that this project has reached the stage of commissioning.
For your safety and that of other road users, I implore you not to exceed 100 kilometers per hour. We want you to be alive, to witness and be part of the prosperity and progress. On behalf of the federal government, President Muhammadu Buhari, this note, I formally declare this Hadeja Road in completed and open for public use. And I wish you safe and happy National. Thank you very much.
In this second phase of commissioning, Mr. President also approved the commissioning of the following roads. Completion of Gombe to Numan Yola Road, Phase 2, covering Gombe to Katungo in Gombe State. And also, the construction and rehabilitation of Unguru to Geshwa to Bayamari Section 1, Phase 2, covering Unguru to Geshwa in Yobe State. For an administration committed to funding numerous other critical national infrastructural projects aimed at economic self-reliance and increased domestic output, it is indeed commendable how the Buhari administration has diversed economical, sound fiscal strategies to fund the redevelopment of various federal highways, including those nearing completion.
In the area of infrastructure, this administration has done extremely well, because if you look at it, they have embarked on projects that were hitherto, that people were thinking that they are jinxed already. Projects that we have not been able to achieve any meaningful progress. They have impacted, they have been able to move in there, and then most of these projects are nearly completion. Lagos Ibadan is one. It's a project that people will not even know that we can complete it. And then even some of the projects this government, this administration started, they are finishing some of them.
This is my 33rd year in the ministry. We have never had it so good, or this good. And I'm sure it's partly because of the interest the Honorable Minister has in infrastructural development and the innovative way of getting problems solved, particularly the issue of funding. We have had so many things that are not done in the past. So many sources of funding have been introduced now as a result of his innovativeness, and this has gone a long way to solve some of our problems. And he has really brought changes to the ministry, and the ministry is better for it, the country is better for it.
It doesn't matter what people say at the end of the day. I feel vindicated. I've run my race very hard. My team has run their race also very hard. So it really doesn't matter what people think. The people we serve really know that things have moved for the better in their journey time experience. And the ultimate reward really is the privilege to even have the opportunity to serve. That's fulfilling. I know what I'm doing. My team knows what we are doing, and we're on the right track.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching our coverage of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing FG at Work Untold projects of the ministry, covering road project inspection, season of completion, and delivering of projects 2022 tolls. This has proven to us that President Muhammadu Buhari and the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, and the ministry's top management team, directors and staff will forever be remembered as champions of infrastructural development in our country's history for their tremendous, comprehensive, and mind-blowing nationwide infrastructural achievements over the last 7 years. And to you watching, thank you. See you next week. My name is Trisha S.A.B. Carey.